we found the grill to it. It was just sitting in the back. It's been there pretty much since I bought the car. Don't know where the screws are. So we're gonna do the right thing and just use some sheetrock screws to put this bad boy back on here and get it held on. Well, that's not wanting to line up. Perfect. Two screws holding it in ought to be fine. One on this end, one down here on this end. Alright, so this is what we got for a power plant. We do have a custom carburetor on here for the speed and the extra horses. Over here we've got some good wiring. That ought to be fine. It's just kind of all spliced together here, all the same color, that way you know where each wire goes to. Coming off the battery, we do have a wire nut. Perfect. Over here we've got our AC compressor that obviously works out pretty well for us. Under here is where the spare tire goes. We're missing that. Should be fine. We did find the grill. We got that put on. These headlights are definitely out of adjustment due to impact that somebody took there. All right, let's move inside and see what we got. Passenger seats tore up pretty good, which should be fine. Driver seat's not much better. Cool thing with this car is we have front wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low. So you don't have just rear wheel drive in this car. One of the other features in this car, for all the ladies out there, flip up mirror in the glove box here. See yourself there. This came with it. We're not sure who they are. Glove box doesn't like to shut all the time. We do have a custom radio in here. It does have the 3 pedals over there for the anti-theft. That way most people can't steal this car anymore. Coming around here to the back, there's lots of legroom, lots of headroom in this car. And this is what I mean by lots of legroom and lots of headroom. You get us big husky fellers and we fit real nice in here. This ought to be a good ride for somebody in the back seat. All right, moving around here to the back, we got a custom sound system that came with the car. We know it's good because on that one there it says high tech. We removed the carpet from back here because it was a little bit wet back here. We know that these speakers are good because somebody picked them up at the local thrift store for $4. We have some good weight reduction going on back here for speed and aerodynamics. The headliner should be fine, not going anywhere at all. One of the other features you get with a car like this is the shocks here get nice and wore out. Then in the morning you can do your workout, because that's a heavy door. She's got some nice rust here, as you can see. That just adds to the car, a little bit of patina to her. All right, moving around to the driver's side. Lots of legroom back there as well. And I've probably saved one of the very best features on this car to last. It's definitely not the horn that only works part of the time. One problem that we do have is with the high and low beam, when you switch between it, sometimes your headlights just turn off for no apparent reason while you're driving. That's always great. But I'm going to take you around to the front, set the tripod up, and show you the very best feature of this car and the selling point. Alright folks, you might want to make sure you're sitting down for this, because this is a thing that's huge. The third eye. Could it get any cooler than that? That is by far the best feature of this car and what sold me on it. They used to call them a passing lamp or a third eye. Alright, so a few things that we know we need to do on the car to get it ready to go for the Gambler is we're going to add a roof rack for a little extra storage. We got to come up with a way to haul 2 extra tires for it. And we've also got to come up with a way to haul a little extra gas with us, because believe it or not, this car gets terrible gas mileage. Like, I'm talking like 10 miles to the gallon. Part of that's probably how I drive it, and you know, putting those performance parts on there like that carburetor doesn't help. We do have some new tires on the way. Right now all we've got on here is these little you know, car tires, Eco Tours. So we'll get those here in a couple days and we'll show you what we got. They're gonna be real nice. If you guys have any ideas of other things that we might need on this car to help us get through, let us know down in the comments. We're gonna lift it up and show you what we got going on underneath it. All right, let's get under this thing. As you can see, she's clean. I mean, there's no drips at all. That's not really a drip or a leak of fluids. That's just this old girl sweating everything that she's got, all that power. We do have a nice tie rod boot there. Right over here, as you can see, our CV axle boot's torn. We'll definitely replace that. We don't want to be dealing with that on the side of the road. We have some weeds right here. The advantage to having weeds down here by your brakes is hopefully they catch on fire before your brakes do and warn you that you're about to lose it all. That way you can get her shut down before that happens. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Right back here we have a custom exhaust. We will probably move that. I'm not sure what we're going to do there, but probably something pretty ridiculous, hopefully. She's put a lot of black soot back here. Once again, that's just the horsepower coming out of her with all these ponies that she's pushing. More custom weeds back here. Over here we do have a dent. Not sure what that's from. That wasn't caused by me. We do have some weight reduction there. All around, this car has a little bit of weight reduction on it. So you can see that fender's been pushed in just a little bit. But it should be fine. We may come in and do a little bit of trimming right in this area to give us a little better approach angle. We are going to add a skid plate underneath that oil pan. I've done the Gambler before. I'll put a picture of that car in right now.
All right, it's 11 o'clock, 4 markers down. He's dying from the asbestos in the roof coming off. We're passing very beautiful scenic Utah, whatever that is, salt flats looking area.
By Tooele.
We're in stage 3 cancer in our lungs from asbestos. Pete's taking some hits. We got a check coolant light on. The speedometer's not working. The temperature gauge I know is not working.
We were on half a tank about 20 minutes ago, and now it's on a full tank. So
you're in 4th gear. You can shift her up if you want.
We're just cruising, dog. If I leave her here, the check coolant light comes on and off.
Bonus. We found $10. It came out of the dash. That's cool. Over and out. Check back in.
And we bounce that oil pan off more rocks than what the tires hit. I'm sure of it. And somehow, miraculously, that car held up pretty well for us. We had a pretty good time in it. Came home with a sore back, a sore butt, and I still haven't forgot it. That's been a couple years, so figured why not do it again and regret our life's decisions. All right, folks, there you have it. This is our Gambler 500 car. We're going to start building on it and getting it ready to go. And we're going to have a good time in it. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, folks, we're going to start this old girl up and show you how we get her going. First, you gotta pump the gas 3 or 4 times, then you give her a crank. You gotta rev it up. Our voltmeter, it only works sometimes. It depends on which bump you hit. The RPMs and the speedometer work, and I don't know if the oil pressure is correct or not. It says the car has 183,000 miles on it. Ooh, there's the horn. Sometimes when you hit the horn, it'll shoot sparks out from in between there from the clock spring, I think. We will definitely have a good time in this car. Let's get her out of here and we'll get on with our next adventure.